Hello, everybody. Uh, Listen, every time I walk into a room like this, I have a little ritual. But before that, I want to say thank you to everyone who has been part of this journey, who's present now, who's watching later, and people that have been involved from the minute I walked into this world until now. And speaking of rituals, I always arrive early. So if you have arrived early, then that's a good thing. Because what I do, I look around the room, I look at the people, and then my mind starts doing what most of people's mind do. I start thinking about everything that it isn't perfect. Maybe the room is too cold, you know? Maybe there are not enough people. Maybe there are too many people. Maybe somebody won't like what I say. Maybe they don't like my accent. Maybe I'll forget something. Maybe I won't be good enough. That's a good one. And what's fascinating is this. For years, the same voice wasn't just showing up before talks. It was showing up before every major decision in my life. Moving countries, starting businesses, investing in properties, ending relationships, starting over. Those are just different things that have happened. The voice always said the same thing. Wait until you're ready. The problem, ready never comes. And this is when we challenge something, we challenge the belief. Where have been thought something that sounds sensible, that confidence comes first, then action. But that's not how life works. Confidence doesn't create action. Action creates a confidence. This is how it works. And now I want to ask you something. Raise your hand if you are ever delayed something important because you didn't feel ready. I raise my hand. I'm sure that you raise your hand. Exactly. So now keep your hand up. If you waited, actually, that's solved that problem. That's exactly what I thought. You know, if you wait, it's not going to change. So the biggest breakthroughs in my life came when I moved before certainty arrived. And I'll tell you a bit about my personal story because when I moved to Scotland nearly 2 decades ago, I had no money, I had no network, I have no business, no property portfolio, no reputation. It was just the hope that this time is going to work after coming from such a bad experience in Cyprus. And if I had waited until I felt ready, I would never have got on that plane. And since then, I've been businesses. I built property portfolios. I helped hundreds, if not thousands of people. I mentored entrepreneurs. I spoken on different stages, but none of it happened because I had certainty. It happened because I acted despite uncertainty. And I want to introduce you to the unstoppable cycle. It's a great framework that you will understand that results don't come from confidence. Results come from movement, and movement creates the evidence, and evidence creates the belief, and beliefs creates confidence, and the confidence creates bigger movement. So that's how the cycle continues. Because when you move, you can see the evidence. When you see the evidence, you start believing. And when you believe, your confidence grows. And that creates a bigger movement. So if you create that cycle, the cycle is going to get bigger and bigger. And I want to tell you something. I want to share something with you. I call it the rock bottom story because this is a very powerful, real story. There have been moments where life knocked me down, moments where businesses struggled, moments when relationships ended, moments where I questioned everything, when moments when I lost my unborn child. And I discovered something important. You don't find out who you are when life is easy. Find out who you are when everything familiar disappears. And that's when I created what I now call the unstoppable mindset. No BS. And the lesson I want you to understand is that the strongest people I know aren't fearless. They're just willing to take the next step while feeling the fear. And, and I'll give you an example because this is part of my identity and maybe it's part of your identity. Let's share something similar. When people ask me about property investing, they often say, "Still, when is the perfect time?" I love this question. The truth, the truth is there isn't one. First year teaches you more than 50 property books. The first conversation teaches you more than months of overthinking. And the first offer changes everything because this is how your legacy starts. This is uniquely yours. As I've grown older, my definition of success has changed. Success used to be about what I could build. Now it's about who I can have built. The greatest investment isn't property, it's people. And that's why I'm so grateful for you guys to be here today, for you to listen to this, for you to hopefully learn something from this and perhaps even implement this in your own story, in your own journey. Because, like I said, it's all about people. And every person in this room has somebody who needs them to step into their true potential. No BS. Just put that on the side. And think about this. I'll, here's my challenge to you. What's the thing that you have been waiting, feel ready for? Business, the relationship, the investment, the career move, the conversation, the dream. What is readiness? What if readiness? What if readiness isn't something you find? What if readiness is something you create through action? Because the truth is, life doesn't reward certainty. Life rewards courage. And courage isn't the absence of fear. It's movement despite of fear. So don't wait. Take the next step because life you're meant to build is waiting on the other side of action. So be unstoppable. No BX. Take action. And I want to say one thing. Thank you for being here. Thank yourself for being here and thank everybody else that's been on your journey. Good and less good, positive and less positive, because all this has built who you are and who you're going to become. But the choice is yours. Thank you. Have a great time. Be unstoppable. And remember, when something hits you, ask yourself why. Thank you.